gentlemen, let's have a look at the introduction of the session that's coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CashewTech, the special seminar on cashew processing technologies. We now move to Discussion-2, focusing on updates from specialized machinery suppliers. This session highlights the specialist technologies that support modern cashew processing operations, from optical sorting and inspection systems to material innovation, automation, and energy-efficient solutions. Moderating this discussion is Mr. J.C. Reddy, Vink Corporation, DMCC. Joining him are experienced technology leaders representing specialized machinery suppliers from across the global industry. Joining us online, Mr. Sasisekar Krishnamoorthy, nanoPix ISS Private Limited, Mr. Vasant Barkade, TAIHO Unicorn, Mr. Dylan Hu, Meyer Sorter, Mr. Vaibav Jain, Revata Carbon, Mr. Kiet Tran, Peterson Eco 2 Vietnam. This discussion will explore how specialized machinery and focused innovation are strengthening efficiency, quality, and sustainability within today's cashew processing plants. Please join us as we begin CashewTech. Discussion-2, updates from specialized machinery suppliers. Over to you, Mr. Reddy.
Welcome to the second session on the technical presentation. And thanking you, WCC organizers, to give a special focus on technologies and processing and engineering. And definitely it's a good opportunity to all of us to discuss ourselves and evaluate what the new technologies are coming up. First of all, thank you, Sekti, for taking us through turnkey solutions, and which is very, very important of a designing and location of the turnkey solutions is a prima facie, the first step of any cashew processing or size and scale. And the second session, what exactly we are taking you through is specialized technologies or specialized machinery, where all our panelists come from the different fields, and these fields are exclusively relevant to the specific sections, or it relevant to the value addition in different propositions. For example, it may not be directly linked to the value processing enhancement, but it will enhance the value by quality, by food safety, by environmental protection, and renewable energies, and fine grading, like India, like a complex grading where 20, 25 grades are required. So what kind of specialized technologies we require for that kind of setup. And most importantly, sorting technologies spread across from shelling to up to final grading. So earlier, most of the sorters are much used for the grading and identify the defects. Now sorting technology, you are all well aware that it used in the shell identification or kernel missing in the shells, or from thereafter it was using in multiple purposes. Now you have heard about the 360 degrees rotational sorting. Earlier, we couldn't identify the testa either in belly or bone, what we'll call convex and concave surfaces of a cashew. So we are unable to identify the testa, which is like a 2 mm above. So now the technologies are so much evaluated in 25 and 26. There's something called a 360-degree rotational. That means that you are scanning the kernel all 360 degrees to identify the perfect defect and accordingly isolate that. Because defect identification, isolation, these are the two major challenges today where the manual power is extensively involved. Irrespective of the manual power involved, identifying these minute type 2 mm or 1.5 mm testa and belly is one of the toughest thing. And each and every kernel has to be touched and turned around manually. Now, there is a new revolutionary come up in 25, 26. Definitely, we have very good specialization people with us, and we have something like a value addition for a shell, for example, which is called a biochar, and particularly on carbon, how to make use of the shell realization, particularly countries like Africa. So these are all combination of multiple technologies what we have. And the first presentation, we will take through the nanoPix through Mr. Shashi.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sasisekar. I'm the CEO of nanoPix. nanoPix is the preferred technology partner for cashew industries for grading kernels by various characteristics, including size, shape, and color. I am delighted to address you all. Though I am not able to make it to this event in person, my spirit is there with you in Dubai WCC 2026. We have been the technology enabler for more than 15 years with commitment to end-to-end solutions, starting from top-end R&D, high-quality manufacturing, timely, reliable service, and value leading to customer delight. I thank the WCC organizers and all the participants for this opportunity to present our products and solutions to you.
The grading solution has been pioneering the cashew grading industry for past 15 years. We provide seamless service in 10 countries with more than 1,800 installations and 1,200 satisfied customers. Our high value proposition in terms of the accuracy of grades and the gentle handling of cashew. Customers using our machine on average save about $36,000 annually when running a 10-ton plant.
Let me introduce nanoSorter Meyer, our flagship product for you. It can grade directly from the peeling machine output, and you can pass it for grading inspection, especially for export level grading. It can provide 8 grades in a single pass. You can do size, color, and shapes simultaneously. Meyer also provides color grading. You can do 7 colors of grade in a single pass as well in a different program.
Meyer can be used in large-scale integration in large factories, even capacitating up to 200 tons and plus. Let me show you how one of our customer actually integrated Meyer into their project.
nanoSorter Meyer by nanoPix.
Customers who have higher capacity can now grade their cashews through newly designed integrated conveyor systems where bulk cashews are graded with Meyer machines. Cashews are seamlessly put in different machines and graded cashews are collected together. Overall, customers can grade bulk cashews with highest level of accuracy through the Meyer machines and achieve their production and quality benchmark targets.
We develop technology for business sake, not technology for technology's sake. All our technology developments are focused on what the industry needs and deliver to that focus for the cashew industry. For example, we actually consider our technology to take care of the input material variation in terms of the lot level, the crop quality, and the origin changes. The same way, the output market variations like end customer needs, the quality requirements, and the pricing are the parameters through which you will be able to control grades in our machines and technologies. We use AI to deliver this requirement rather than AI for AI's sake. And that's why you should choose nanoPix technology.
This in mind and in alignment with our philosophy, we have made our next product, CashewTech. It has a 360-degree see-all vision technology that provides 3D modeling of cashew for very accurate grading. Best what, you can get 20 grades, all your grades in a single pass. And by this, you can actually do your packing in the same day and you can have much reduced brokens because of your handling. This product is very highly reliable and is a long-term solution packed with a lot of futuristic technologies in it. Currently, we have 40 plus installations in India.
For over a decade, nanoPix has revolutionized cashew grading with highly differentiated technology. Our unique innovation, nanoSorter, has helped processors boost their profits by improving process efficiency. Now, we're taking the next big leap with AccuSorter, a path-breaking grading solution. AccuSorter, a dynamic machine, delivers 20 distinct grades all in a single pass. The real game changer is the freedom to define your own grades, according to your own standards, as per market demands, input origin, and quality. It has 4 pre-configured grading modes to ease your operations. The premium mode delivers the finest quality cashew. The export mode grades cashew complying with global standards. The domestic mode enhances the output for local market demands. The recovery mode maximizes the good kernel recovery from mixed or defective lots. The best part is, all these modes are 100% customizable as per your unique needs. The 360-degree see-all technology ensures that each kernel is seen from every angle. AccuSorter gives a throughput of 200 kgs per hour with 95% accuracy in every size grade. It seamlessly integrates with the peeling machine or color sorter outputs even for the rejected lot. Your process, your grades, our technology. AccuSorter. One machine, infinite possibilities. Think grading. Think nanoPix.
So what's happy? So we have a history to share. We have 1,800 plus installations, large, small factories, high quality results. And we have a fantastic after sales service with 50 plus team members supporting you in 10 plus countries. We have performance consistency across various origins, which is actually the biggest challenge in cashew industry today. And you have piece with pieces. When you grade your cashew, you don't want pieces falling into every one of your bin, which you need to actually keep metric of, because we handle cashew very gently and you don't get a lot of pieces in your final grades. And finally, yield for the investment that you have made and yield to your process flow. This actually can add up to about $100K returns annually for every investment you make in AccuSorter. And hence, you can be happy doing this investment. I thank you all for your attention and interest in nanoPix, its products and technologies. We are delighted to connect with you. Do visit our stall for a detailed conversation. When it comes to cashew, think grading, think nanoPix.
Thank you, Sasi, for wonderful presentation. And now to the delegates, you might have hearing repeatedly a word called 360 degrees sorting, which is definitely in our next presentation also it is going to be discussed. And most importantly, the grading style and structure varies a lot between India and other countries, in fact. So India makes one of the most complex grading structure that no other nation is following, number one. And India's biggest difficulty is that the most of the market expectations parameters, neither they follows the AFI guidelines nor CEPC guidelines, which is traditionally other nations will follow. It's mostly a customer-driven spec sheets, which is quite complex. And for example, moisture, there is a little toughness, and on defects also a lot of tough standards. So definitely these are the new technologies can address those challenges, minimize the workforce, and absolutely the high performance of grading what we can really expect in way forward. Our next presentation, and Vasant from TAIHO Unicorn. So he will take you through the new generation technology coming in the sortings.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Mr. Sashi wants to speak to the audience.
Good evening, all of you. I am Sasisekar. I represent nanoPix. It's a privilege to be in this forum, and then it's actually an honor to address all of you. Unfortunately, I'm not able to make it to this event, but I am very, very happy that I'm able to at least talk to you and present my views on grading and how we are looking at futuristic solutions. I'm going to be available online for further questions during this session, and I'm quite available over the phone to talk to anyone who has any conversation. Please do visit to our stall and connect to our staff so that you can reach me. Thank you for your patience and your consideration.
Thank you very much.
I'm presenting TAIHO in 3 pieces. At the end of presentation, I would like you to correlate these all 3 pieces so you'll get a story. I'll just narrate a story. This is the second piece. And I'm sure this story is for everyone. In a small village in India, a cashew factory owner was living his dream. His factory was processing 15 tons of raw cashew nuts per day, equipped with state-of-art cutting, peeling, and grading machines. But despite his success, he was haunted by nagging fear, the fear of grading, the brand rejection, and losing market share. His potential was immense. He could sell 15 tons of finished good daily, but the phobia of grading held him back. One day, fate brought him to us at a family function, where he shared his struggles. His words struck a chord. I can expand to 50 tons, 100 tons, but what about grading? I can't rely on machines and manpower alone. We took on the challenge. Our R&D team worked tirelessly for 1.5 years, facing trials, failures, until we cracked it. An AI-based technological solution that could break the grading barrier. The breakthrough technology, customizable by crop, origin, factory, and market. The factory owner's fear vanished, replaced by smiles. He scaled up rapidly. He is now processing 35 tons per day and poised to hit 50 tons per day in 2026. This is a real life story, and I guess everyone has lived this. I am Vasant, Director of Sales at TAIHO in India. Everyone present in the hall must have seen this machine, right? It is in the market for the last 2 years, and we call this machine as Big Daddy. The name itself says what this machine can do. It can take care of your holes grading. This machine can bring wonders to your factory in terms of hose grading. And what does I mean that? In Indian market, we have around 25 to 30 holes grade. But trust me, for the last 2 years, I have identified around 544 grades. 320 could be different from this factory to that factory. So we have got 544 grade programs for Indian market. So this machine can do anything in holes. You bring us a grade, we can do that grade. So be it WW, be it W, be it M, be it SW, be it A, Y, D, lower grades in 1 or 2, less unpeeled, more unpeeled, rejection, punctured, black, buds, shapeless also. This machine can do everything in holes grading. And yes, this machine we call one machine total grading solution. Sir was speaking about the 360D technology. I will give you a live example, just a 2-second thing, how this machine works. Imagine this is a camera and I'm a cashew nut. In TAIHO, the cashew nut rolls. So this camera gets a full 360 view of every single nut. And the accuracy level compared to any technology in the market is very, very high. The real challenges was convex and concave side of cashew, where skin or dot was missed, but the real 360-degree view has helped the industry to sort this out. This machine has got unlimited programming options. You request any grade, we can make that grade. Customization of grades could be based upon origin, could be based upon market, could be based upon your factory requirement also. If your customer is asking 2 types of grade for same 320, that can be also made in the same machine. Now the last thing is we are moving to ready-to-pack grades. Yes, the machine is evolving and we are bringing ready-to-pack grade programs. Important thing, this machine is of higher production capacity. The lowest is the 250 kg per hour and the highest goes for 700 kg per hour machine. The footprint of TAIHO in last 2 years, we have around 100 plus machines in Indian market. We have got 50 plus machines in Africa. We have got 50 plus machines in Vietnam, and in Brazil also 10 plus. Other than this factory product, we have got other products also, which are also technologically advanced and help in various departments in cashew factory. One of these is the chewed model color sorter, which is a low budget machine with having high efficiency. It can be used for post-peeling activities like sorting of unpeeled pieces, sorting, whole sorting. We have got another machine which is belt model. It comes in 2 models. Basically, it is a single layer and double layer. A double layer has accept or reject going in the second layer. From first layer, it goes in the second layer. Now, this machine has same processing or same algorithms as grading machine, the Big Daddy or the cashew grading machine. So, if at all you have any grade requirement for pieces, be it size, shape or color or texture also, this machine can do texture sorting also. problem with cashew is we have got density variations across crop, and size of cashew also changes. So in chute model, you can't get the clear accuracy when compared to belt machines. So if any factory requires accuracy, go for belt machine, because belt machine gives the speed of belt to cashews, and so there is no mishit. So belt machine is undoubtedly the best machine in the sorting. Another flagship product is the X-ray machine. It is basically used for removing foreign particles before packing. So be it metal, stone, plastic or hair, this can be sorted out. And the capacity are also higher. It can range from 2 tons to 5 tons per hour. The accuracy level is very high, which is around 99.99%. And this machine is very easy to operate. Unlike the traditional grading or sorting machines, this machine is very easy to operate. Another one, and this machine is being evolved, like the current scenario in factory is post cutting and scooping, there is a substantial amount of bunch of labels which are again used for sorting uncut, unscooped shell and pieces. But Cashew, TAIHO's MV series has solved this problem. So in this model, we can separate NW pieces, shell, uncut and unscooped with accuracy level of 95 to 98%. The production capacity of this machine is it starts from 2 tons to 4 tons per hour. Machine is full in SS, and the oil spillage over the camera is not there. So you will have the same accuracy which was in day 1 and which will be in the day 365 of the year. Now the important part, what about the service? Now we sell machines, say 100 machines in a year, but the service network of TAIHO is also strong. So we have got in India around 44 service engineers across states. Like in Gujarat, we have got 3 service centers. Maharashtra, we have got 3 service centers. Odisha, we have got 2. Andhra Pradesh, we have got 2. Kerala, 1. Tamil Nadu, 1. Delhi, 1. And West Bengal, 1. In Brazil, we have got 3 service engineers. In Africa, we have got 4 service engineers. And in Vietnam, we have got, again, 4 service engineers. And trust me, TAIHO resembles service. And with product, with technology, we bring in very strong service team also. Thank you. Do visit our stall number 11, post this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Vasant. Started with the channel sorters. That is the first sorters introduced in the cashew industry 25 years back. And around 20 years back, it has been transformed to the belt sorters. The belt sorters, the main purpose is to minimize the pieces generation, which we felt that higher in basically in channel sorters. Now the third generation, which is generally started very recently from 25, it's a migration from the macadamia, round nuts, like a piece. This technology has been slightly transformed to cashew. Now cashew using a chain sorters, which is nothing but a 360-degree sorters. The chains will bounce such a way, it will rotate the cashew into all 360 degrees, and then sorters can definitely easily identify. It's only a matter that earlier that facility was not there. So thank you, Vasant, for this. Our next presenter is well-known, Mr. Dylan from Meyer.
Meyer was founded in 1993 and listed on the air share market in 2012. Meyer is China's leading high-tech enterprise focusing on the R&D and manufacturing of optotronic intelligent identification equipment. Meyer is committed to applying intelligent identification technology to cashew sorting and processing by developing a full range of cashew color sorters, such as CF series, KM series, KF series, KFS3 series, K4 series, KS4 series, CG.A series, M series, XS series, XM series, XL series, etc. The whole scene sorting solution can be provided to raw cashew separation, whole cashew separation, split separation, broken pieces separation, tester separation, scorched separation, medium spot separation, shell separation, foreign material separation, and so on. Meyer brand new cashew color sorter, equipped with AI deep learning technology based on massive cashew sorting data, can quickly build and iterate deep learning sorting models to break the problems of micro-color difference, mold and spots which are difficult to solve with traditional color sorters, significantly improving the sorting efficiency and impurities such as single spot, multiple spot, micro-color difference, skin, insect spots, mold and wrinkled skin of cashew kernels. In addition, based on engineering design and intelligent manufacturing, the structure of the whole machine is highly standardized and modularized, which greatly enhance the stability and reliability. Meyer is dedicated to creating more value for cashew processors.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to meet you again in Dubai. I'm Dylan Hu from Meyer and in charge of Africa market. Meyer is world list color sorter suppliers. We are only focused on provide color sorter solutions for cashew business. Along with the technology developing, we are start from to provide color sorter for cashews, and step by step now we are launching the grader machine for cashews. Because previously, as you know, that the traditional machine is HD. Now we provide the UHD can identify the very tiny spots from cashew kernels. We provide the variety of the sorting solutions for different grade of the cashew processing, from shelling to the end. Now we provide the ultra high definition cameras to identify very tiny spots of the defects. For example, previously very small tester and a small SK1, SK2, we cannot get the pictures very clearly. Now with this technology, we can get it clearly, and the chipset can calculate to get the result and blow out the defect material accurate. And for the magnetic ejectors, it is the most important spare parts of the machine. And we provide the lifelong spare parts for these devices. And now also we provide the text sorting. For example, SK1, SK2, OW, tester, all categories can do the customized program based on the cashew buyer request. Even we can adjust the percentage of the final exception purification. We provide the full cashew sorting solutions from the shelling, peeling, pieces, also packaging. And based on the request of the production line, we offer the stainless steel of the machine. Not only color sorter and also for the AI grader. And for the shelling section, the oil is the most headache problem of the factory. So we specially designed a machine to do the oil prevent and for the easy cleaner. And we found that for the cashew business, the factory owner care about the broken rate. So now we mostly introduce the horizontal type machine to the customers to reduce the broken rate during the processing. Also, we have the sorter care. Every time when you turn on the machine will automatically inspect them itself. If the machine have any problem, it will be pre-warning to you, to notice to you what is the problem of the spare parts and or if any problem of the program. So you can do the adjustment before the production line working. And also we have the online service to do the online programming by any desk and also for the application of the mobile. We have more than 60,000 customers in all of the world and more than 100,000 products already installed in all of the world. Yes, just now we already show the factory's facilities. And some point I want to emphasize is about the service. For the overseas business, the most important problem is about the stability of the machine. For this case, we already have the intelligent factories to do the automatically production line, to guarantee the not only one machine, till to the 100,000 machine, the quality is equal. When you go to our showroom, when you test the machine, and this machine delivery to your factories, the quality is same. This is our confidence. Another issue is about the service. Now for ECOWAS, we already have more than 5 engineers from local, Nigerian, Ghana, Ivory Coast. We hire the local engineer who can arrive to your factories within 5 hours. And for the Chinese engineers, there are several engineers stay in Africa and look around. Any problem with headache, he can arrive to your factories within 24 hours. And for the spare parts, we are going to set a warehouse and can deliver it to your factory soon. And spare parts, there is another point for spare parts is about modular design. Now, because we suggest the customer to use the horizontal type machine, and because of this, there are 70% spare parts can be general use. So you no need to spend time to manage your spare parts warehouse in your factories, because 70% can be used as generally. So it is very big improvement. We do the modular design of the machine. For the last year, we also have a very good achievement with CCA. We set a showroom in Sita at Yamoussoukro. The machine will install at the March. The machine already arrived. So I sincerely to invite you, any people around the Ivory Coast, if you have time, if you want, you can visit our showroom in Sita. And feel free to contact with me anytime. Thanks for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Dylan. On processing side, in fact, most of us are aware, the testa is not having uniform color. So it starts more than 5 to 6 shades of a testa is there, is the final testa, what we say. So particularly, every origin having a different testa color. There are some specific colors called a white testa and a light rose testa. Light rose testa means it looks bright actually by rose, but sorters are unable to identify that. It comes up very light rose. Similarly, some testa is very white and very close to the kernel color, and this is one of the area really sorters are difficult to identify. If you try to fine tune that, then your rejections are huge, more than 40% rejection. I think these are the areas which I think industry can look into next level. So since both of you are coming from the sorting expertise, I think this is what request from the processing side we can play for you. The meantime, after 2 technical presentations, the third presentation is mainly coming on the renewable energy resources, particularly shell and shell cake, all you are aware, having a different prices in a different continent. So India, the price structure is a little bit different, and Africa price structure is different, and Vietnam also same. So to understand much on to renewable energy resources, so we are requesting now Mr. Vaibav Jain, who has come from Revata Carbon. So he will brief us how we can add a value to shell and shell cake, how can a renewable energy can add to the value of the overall cashew processing, and he will take us through this presentation. Please.
Good afternoon, people. My name is Vaibav Jain. I'm the founder and CEO of Revata Carbon. All my panelists here have spoken a lot about the challenges in the pre-processing and for the cashew. What we are here to talk about is most about the post-processing once the kernel's out, what happens with the cashew byproducts. My company is a young startup. It's a 1-year-old company. Prior to that, I spent over 14 years working in an oil and gas with Shell across engineering and carbon trading roles. And we found a problem statement in the cashew space among other commodities, and that's what we're here to solve. So my presentation today will talk a bit more about how we're here to tackle the agri-waste challenge, and our focus is West Africa. And thank you for your time. So as I said, that our focus is primarily West Africa, and why so is that there's almost 300 million tons of agri-biomass in West Africa, and because of the lack of supply chain and lack of focus, and of course the financing constraints, much of it is actually burned or discarded. And this is the big problem statement that my company, Revata Carbon, is looking to solve. Within that 300 million tons, our focus is going to be on aggregated biomass. So we're looking at cashew value chain, rice value chain, cocoa value chain, palm, and also rubber seed value chain. Our objective is not to go to the plantations collect. We want to see how we can solve a problem at the factory level. So now just moving on to cashew, that's the theme of this event. And talking why again West Africa, because cashew processing, a lot of it of course happens in India and Vietnam. But over the last decade or so, there's a lot been solutions in place. The supply chain is well sorted, how to manage the nutshells that are coming out through the CNSL value chain. Even the shell cake has a solution into the boiler industry. However, Africa remains a problem and an opportunity, I would say. As we kind of know as well, that a lot of cashew processors are moving back to West Africa, where most of the cashew is grown. And going forward, as you project, it's going to grow almost threefold in terms of processing capacity. So as all the cashew processors are rushing to West Africa, what the challenge remains is that how do you manage the cashew byproducts? And cashew is a very interesting, as against palm or others, where 70% is actually a byproduct, which needs to be managed, and that's in huge quantities. So there are just not challenges of supply chain, but also how do you manage the byproducts that you're making in nutshells in the factory. So there's constraints of space, and of course, in many countries, especially in Ivory Coast, which is growing very strongly, there are solution providers coming in, and we are one of those. And before I go into the couple of next presentation, I think I also want to put a disclaimer. We're not a machine provider or technology company like some of my panelists here. Technologies is part of our solution that we provide, and our objective is, again, to solve agri-waste challenge in Africa. And how we do that is in a dual model. And technology still remains a critical part of it, which I'll talk in the next slide in a more detailed manner. But as I said, we have a dual model how to solve this issue. One is the traditional trading outlet. So currently we are operating in Ivory Coast and Nigeria, where we are creating a local market for the nutshells and the cake, and of course looking at the export of the husk. We're also exploring new markets into Europe, which is a higher margin market. And of course, bringing certification and ESG impact towards it. So this probably is a more traditional model, which probably people are aware. Many people are traders here. So we are just the traders of it, where we just look to procure nutshells, cake, and husk, and find a solution for it. And last year itself, in IVC, we traded about close to 30,000 tons of the nutshell, cake, and husk. And of course, these volumes are going to keep growing as we grow. So I think I won't talk too much about this. I think I want to focus a bit more about, of course, the topic of discussion, a bit on the technology side. So our second model is beyond trading. How do you increase the value of the products? So this is the second model where we are putting up facilities in West Africa. And what we do there is, of course, we've again focused on cashew nut shell. As many of the people are aware, there's a lot of oil, about 29% of oil sitting in it. Again, India, Vietnam has a very established CNSL industry, but it's limited in West Africa. So we currently operate about 2 CNSL assets, one in Ivory Coast and one Nigeria. So we are, I think, probably one of the largest producers of CNSL. While it's not very complicated, but there's, of course, work required. Africa is a different beast altogether. So you need the right kind of environment, ecosystem to work the CNSL. But even then, CNSL is a very, I think there's a lot of discovery to happen on the CNSL. It's a very misunderstood fuel. Predominantly, a lot of it in India, Vietnam, of course, is being exported out to Korea, to Europe, to India, into chemical. But there are emerging markets coming up in Europe where CNSL can be used as a biofuel industry, into marine fuel. And there are some people here in the audience as well as making some more cool stuff with it. So the idea is that we are actually sitting on a very cool CNSL product. It's still not very well understood. And that's where we come in as well, and we are operating 2 assets, and we have a strong R&D team as well, and trying to open different doors and revenue stream for CNSL. And considering my experience from the energy industry where I was, globally there's a big shift change in the energy transition. So you have a lot of movements going towards sustainable aviation fuel. Marine industry, of course, is going through energy transition. So overall, there's a huge demand going forward for a bio feedstock. So CNSL actually is emerging to be a strong feedstock into these marine industry and to renewable diesel industry. But of course, there needs to be understanding of that product and upgradation of it. And that's where we focus a lot about. Making raw CNSL is not very complicated. You just crush it. But actually, it's the post-processing and what you do with it and how do you create a market is the more critical part. So from the cashew nut shell to CNSL, again, we're not these machine providers, but we use and work with partners for the CNSL machines. And we bring in our own R&D capabilities, how to optimize the production and operate those plants, and again, open up new markets. Now, beyond CNSL, which what you get, again, is almost 75% of the cashew nut shell, again, is shell cake. There are solutions for shell cake, again, in India, Vietnam, but this is a big, big issue now coming in, again, in West Africa. Whereas nutshell has been some solutions via trading, shell cake becoming, because it's still a bit of a nasty product where there's still oil left in it, the management of it is also a bit challenging, and that's where the trading of it there is a challenge to it. And also there's a local market is quite underdeveloped. So users of shell cake in the boiler industries, in the cement or textile or any industry is also limited, it's growing. And as I mentioned, more and more companies are going to come up and put up CNSL assets in West Africa, and what will going to happen is 75% of it will be cake. Now the next question comes in cake. So what we have done as a company is that we actually focus on the cake problem first. And I'm pleased to inform that this March in IBC we'll be putting up, that's photos from one of our assets. It's going to be West Africa's largest asset to convert about 25,000 tons of cake into biocoal and gas. So we're going to make about 1 megawatt of power from it and about close to 6,000 tons of biocoal. It's a pilot facility. So it's a facility called as pyrogasification. For some people in the audience, they might be hearing of pyrolysis or gasification. It's primarily how oil, gas, coal has been formed over millions of years. You know, and I see a lot of people here about maybe they have diamonds as well. I always give an analogy that you have diamonds, and now you have a whole emerging of lab-grown diamonds. Right? So this is exactly this process. It goes through a thermochemical conversion, and it converts this biomass, which could have taken millions of years, and it would have been able to form oil, gas, and coal. We are going through a process and actually forming same oil, gas, and coal. Now it's a choice to make what product we make. So currently our asset, we are actually producing just the solid and the gas component. You can also have a liquid bio-oil component, which we're not producing. So in short, we use the biocarbon that comes out of it, which looks like something like that. So that's an actual photo of the shell cake into biocoal. And the rest of it is the gas, which we process into a steam turbine to make electricity. So in short, this is the second model that we talk about, which is a pyrogasification technology and we're putting up a pilot facility right now in Ivory Coast. And going forward, we are going to, once the project works, we're actually going to scale it up and offer the solution to others as well. So this is kind of our current portfolio right now. We, of course, dual model trading. We have nutshell, cake, husk, CNSL. We're adding palm kernel, rubber seed as well, quite other agro-commodities. And through our asset business, we, of course, upgrade these products into biochar. There's a huge component of biochar into the metallurgical coke industry, steel, to replace coke. So you make biocoke. Again, there's a lot of R&D required for that. How do you kind of blend in the charcoal? So we've already made our samples, and we are engaging with quite large companies to kind of sell the metallurgical coke, biochar fertilizer. Dubai is quite famous for shisha, so I'm here as well with some of my samples to sell some shisha charcoal. You can make barbecue as well. It's a big industry there. And again, from the CNSL, there can be upgradation to cardinal. So cardinal, again, is a very well-known industry. But there are some more openings up happening because of the energy transition, as I mentioned. So in the last 1 year, as I said, it's a 1-year-old company for us. We have grown to about a 14-member team now. We are a Singapore-based company. I'm based in Geneva, but my main operations are in West Africa. I have a team of experts in India who head my back-end and engineering operations. Then I have a team in Nigeria and Ivory Coast and Singapore, and also some folks on trading side in Denmark and in Switzerland. So in the last 1 year, what have we done? We have actually partnered up with Valency Group, and we are actually managing, last year we managed about 35,000 tons of their biomass. And with them, we are actually setting up the cashew shell cake biochar asset in Ivory Coast, which will commission in March. And hopefully, with your blessings, it hopes it becomes a success. And that becomes a solution as well to some of the cashew shell cake problems, maybe in India and Vietnam as well. But our focus will remain Africa because of the relatively low cost of the biomass. That's about my presentation, and I will be happy to take questions afterwards, Mr. Reddy. Thank you very much for conducting this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaibav, taking us cashew waste for barbecue and shisha usage. Biochar is quite, as you all are aware, very, very old industry, and activated carbon come from the biochar. And this was in use, and any agriculture waste, it produces biochar. Even today, grass, even rice, husk, everything. So in that transformation, this is a new initiative from Revata Carbon, where cashew shell cake, particularly, which is cashew shell cake, have a very good gift of a high calorific value compared to most of other biomasses. So most of, for example, any other bio waste, it will not have so much of calorific value due to CNSL content in that. So that is one of the things. So of course, all of us, you are aware, the pyrolysis is nothing but the heating the biomass indirectly, without directly fire, and you have to ensure that carb and oxygen is very eliminated, or maybe less oxygen environment. If you heat the wood, any wood also, it becomes a biochar. So that is a good transformation of the people who have a crisis of a shell cake or shell disposal or want to get a better value generation. Definitely, these are the technologies that you can evaluate by the process. Now, our final the panel presentation from Mr. Kiet is from Peterson ECO2, Vietnam. He is going to take us through on fumigation and sterilization, which is also very, very critical factors for the food safety. So in this, just to prior to that what he is going to hand over, I want to just make a small clarification. Sometimes few people are a little bit confuses between the fumigation and sterilization. So generally fumigation, what generally we do with the aluminum phosphide, with the phosphine gas generation or methyl bromide, whichever the way in some countries are banned. So they can kill maximum a live infestation. And the next phase of the technology, which exactly few people are using in the form of IR and ultraviolet, and for example, even ECO, a lot of other new technologies slowly coming up, where it not only do a fumigation, it will do even pathogen killing. For example, E. coli, or maybe, for example, these are the pathogens or viruses, bacteria, which cannot be eradicated by the normal fumigation. It will be done in the sterilization. So he will take through us this technology and just know that. Yeah, Kiet.
So good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, Mr. Reddy. You already introduced about us, yes. And then today, my name is Kiet, and very nice to meet everyone here. And I would like to say about our solution, and then we call it a green solution, and we go. So the first one, I would like to introduce about the Eco2. So we are the Netherlands company, and we also one of the leader for the non-toxic medical pest control. And currently we have 3 solutions for the pest control, and then also the we are a part of the Peterson Eco2 control unit group. And then we also have a further solution to over 70 countries in the world. So this is some our customer in the cashew industry. We already apply our solution. So the first one I would like to introduce, this is the control atmosphere, and then we also call it a green fumigation solution, because it also not using any chemical, and then this is non-toxic solution. About the structure, this is also simple with the 2 main of the product. This is one, and then the first one is the insulated panel room with the heater and ventilator, and the second one is the machine room. The machine room including the nitrogen generator, air compressor, and then some control system like the PLC and software. Then how it's operation? The operation. The first one, we will load in the product inside of the airtight chamber. We call it in the chamber, and then have the main inside, similar like this. I will introduce later. And we will inject the nitrogen to reduce the oxygen level inside the chamber. After that, we also maintain the temperature around 40 to 43 degrees Celsius. And the treatment duration is around 2 or 3 days, depending on the temperature, depending on the product, and also depending on the environment. So the insect cannot breathe, and then they will die at on life of state. So for easier, we can show you. I can show you the video of simulations, 3D video for this solution. This is raw material and then have many insects inside. As I also introduced, this is the chamber and this is the machine room in the left side. This chamber is the airtight condition. So from the beginning, we also load in product inside of the chamber. We using the forklift. And then after that, we will start the machine room. The machine room we have including the nitrogen generator, and then we will pump to the inside of the chamber. Inside of the chamber have the ambient, and then it also have many OC inside. So we will reduce the oxygen level inside of the chamber to under 1%. We also have the software and then the BC to control and monitor about the oxygen level inside of the chamber. So the insect cannot breathe. They need the OC, so they go out the product. So around 4 to 5 days, and then we can unload in the chamber. The time of the treatment depends on the temperature, and then with the higher temperature, and then the time will be shorter. This is the chamber I also show you, and we also have some kind of airtight condition we can make. The first one, like the container, we also use the container for the airtight condition. And the tent and the bed also. There are many kind of products to reduce the investment from the beginning. The chamber one is also more expensive than some reasonable cost, like the container, tent, and the bed. You can consider it. And the next one I would like to introduce, this is the mobile heater. Yeah, the mobile heater, this is applied for the fumigation in your storage, in your packing room. So the instruction is including first one, electric heating element, and the ventilation sensor and controller for temperature monitoring. And this also very simple for operation. From beginning, we blow the hot air into the storage room or packing room, and we maintain the high temperature in the suitable time to kill the own insect in the room, in the packing room you work. And this is very suitable for warehouse, packing room, processing area, and can kill all style of the insects, and highly effective so throughout the best increasing in strict area. And you need to note that in this area we must don't have any product or electric equipment, because it will damage some electric with the high temperature and product also. And the last one I would like to say with everyone, this is the microwave heater. This is one of the best solutions for us, and we also apply many factories in Vietnam and Africa at the moment. This have a structure like the microwave heater conveyor, cooling conveyor, and cooling tower. This operation is the microwave cold water and fat molecules vibrate rapidly, and then this also creates the heat from internal of the cashew. So the principle is we will keep the temperature at least 60 degrees Celsius for at least 1 minute to kill the own insect, and this also continually in the line. It's different with our solution I said before, the control atmosphere. This takes time around 2 to 5 days for treatment, and then this one, this is continually. So I would like to share the video for this. This is a heater element to create the temperature of inside the cashew. And then how to create the heat? We have the magnetic generator. This is a microwave generator. And then when the microwave attacks the product, it will make the water and then fat molecules to rapidly movement. So product will input, and then when it's passed to the conveyor, it will make the hot continually, and after that, the output, we need the cooling conveyor to reduce the product temperature. The cooling tower is using for reduce the equipment temperature, because the equipment temperature also working to create the temperature of products, so we need the cooling tower. After the treatment, this is the temperature of product is around 60 to 65 degrees Celsius. So the cooling tower will reduce the temperature to around 35 to 37, and then it is ready to baking. And it also not only kill the insect, this also can reduce the moisture. It's like the dryer machine. So you can apply and then can reduce the many costs from your factory. And this is automation system, and we also have the setup the program for this automatically. So all stage of insect will be killed from the eggs to the dust. All right, so on our solution is the green solution and very safe and chemical-free treatment and preserve product quality, taste, and aroma. So it's a very suitable and then very sustainable for export for your factory. Okay, thank you. And our booth in 37, if you have any question or more discuss, we can meet here and I will introduce you some coffee for let's discuss. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kiet. So you might have got a fair idea now on, it's a sterilization process, whereas ECO2 controlled atmosphere is nothing but to bringing in air oxygen close to 0 or 0.5%. Or increase the nitrogen to, so nothing can live in that. So no infestation can live in that. It has advantage that it can kill the eggs. The biggest challenge in sterilization or fumigation or whichever the technology, what any process want to take up, please ensure that you are not creating such an environment egg can hatch. Most of the places you might have seen after fumigation, still there is infestation in the dead end of the customer. The mainly that, without we knowing that, we have created a heat that the eggs, because each tribolin can put thousands and thousands of eggs in each kernel. So you are creating such an environment, it will create a heat and eggs hatches and there is a larva in the destination. So be very cautious on that. Please take additional advantage. The best solution for to minimize the infestation is nothing but minimize the processing time. Earlier days, I remember 11 to 14 days we used to take for the cashew processing per batch. Now today people are talking about 5 days. Even within 5 days, if you can do the infestation, really risk will come down. But the choice is ours. So you can use a sterilization or fumigation, whichever the technology, what preferably you prefer it. But in some sterilization technologies, the kernel color may change. Be cautious on that. Particularly India, which is very much, for example, a color sensitive. And similarly, roasters, there's no problem in the color. But somebody want to use a plain kernel in a very premium market. So then you have to take control and talk to the discussion with the concerned manufacturers and try to understand how these technologies can help still on sterilization. Of course, you have a lot of alternatives in both fumigation as well as sterilization model. So most of the large scale process, they're adopting it. But even medium to small scale process also can adopt and explore these things because infestation is the biggest threat in cashew trade today. That is really a nightmare. Particularly live infestation really exposes us so badly. So getting next orders again become very difficult. So infestation is a very critical part. So I think it will help us to understand, assess the sterilization as well as fumigation. Again, is organic fumigation or organic sterilization. So this can have a lot of opportunities. Keep study on that, get exposed to those chances, and accordingly you can establish your manufacturing facilities.
We will have a final word by Mr. Sasisekar of nanoPix, who's still here with us online.
Good evening again, all of you. I thank you and appreciate you for your patience to hear all the technologies that are presented. And I also appreciate all the co-panelists for sharing their views and different technologies that are presented. With the collaboration between customer and the technology developers is what every industry progresses. And I look forward for a grand support from the cashew industry towards a lot of development to better products and technologies being available for you. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for everyone. Thank you, Mr. Reddy, for your technical experience in steering this session.